Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm your morbidly curious and concerningly desensitized host, Chris Hollowburnt. Welcome to our show, Breaking Points. It's on the screen. The show where I tell the nitty and horrifically gritty details regarding some of the most vile criminals in human history to our contestants, whilst at the same time making tasteless jokes and attempting to whittle their sanity down little by little. Will they make it to the other side victorious and mentally unwavered, or will they reach their breaking points? How are you guys tonight?
I'm doing alright.
Alright.
Doing good.
Alright, my guest tonight is Spoopy and Edgy's very own Howie and Jaybird. Say hi to the camera.
Hey.
Alright. So, the Beast of Jersey. What do you guys know about him?
He's a beast. Never heard of him.
I would not say that. He didn't say that. Okay. So, tonight, our story takes place on the island of Jersey. Not New Jersey. The actual island.
Or shore.
Not Jersey Shore either. Even though it'd be very interesting if the Beast of Jersey was on Jersey Shore. Whew.
I don't know where either of those things are anyway.
It's a TV... Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth the air to expend to explain these things to him. Alright. Okay. So, famous for its wool trade, cows, Jersey is smaller than the greater London region. At only, this is very important, you need to remember this, okay, 9 miles wide by 5 miles long. That is how big this place is. Now, to keep that in mind, because, my God, is it going to disgust you later. Okay. The tiny island is a part of the sovereign state of the United Kingdom that sits in the channel between England and France. Its population in the 1950s was just over 30,000 inhabitants. 30,000.
30,000 on a 9x5 island?
I know. Yes, quite a bit. Yes.
That's crowded.
It is crowded, but still. I mean, it's a 9x, but we'll get to that. Okay. So, I'm probably going to butcher his name, but who cares, because he's a douchebag. Edward Paisnell Edward Paisnell is the name of our guy here. Write in the comments if I fucked that up. He was born in 1925. While the exact date and location of his birth is unclear, this Brit came from a family of means. Like I did, but they don't care about me. I came from a family, but they ain't part of that, though. They're like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. He don't deserve no means. Let him live in a trailer without heat and AC forever. I don't know what I did to him. Anyway, so, yes. He was barely a teenager when the United Kingdom declared war on Germany in 1939. Okay. So, he was considered, at this time, overall as kind and considerate of a man who was good with children, but one who had never let go of the roaming spirit that he had since childhood. That's basically what someone said about him. Okay? He kept irregular hours and often would go out fishing or for long walks at night.
Long walks on the beach.
Our first question. Pick up your boards. Brace yourselves. I don't care what color. They're orange and black because, theming is important. Okay. Our first question.
My marker doesn't work.
You haven't...
Oh, there we go.
I'm just gonna SpongeBob meme every fucking time you try to sabotage this show. I'm gonna try to hold it together. Okay. At one point, he was briefly imprisoned in one of the German war camps on Jersey for only 1 month. Can either of you, between these three answers, guess which one is the correct one? Okay, 3 choices, I should say. A, for mouthing off to German officers. B, for indecent exposure. A little dang-lang-wang action there for you. Or C, for stealing food to give to starving families. Let me know when you have your answers.
I'll get.
Oh, he's got a little extra board action going on there. He's not stopping it. Alright, I love a creative person. I think I'm already going to give a bonus point to Jonathan.
Maybe.
To Jaybird. He's already going to get him.
I got a bonus point.
Because I wrote longer than that guy.
Well, as long as there's something creative there. If there's not, I will remove that one. And I won't let you. No, stop. If you are edgy, stop.
No, I'm trying to get this. Show this marker. There we go.
Oh, okay.
The marker's not showing up.
All right. So what's your answers?
C.
C. Okay, Jonathan. Dang. Okay. Dang.
What?
Easily, though.
Dang-a-lang wang easily, though.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay.
That's not your choice.
You know, the smiley face isn't that grand. I mean, I like that he wrote his answer instead of just putting the, There it is. That's it. That's worth the bonus point. Okay.
But what does that mean? Whatever.
That was one of the answers, indecent exposure.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I just wrote down what Chris said because he said dang-a-lang.
Right on.
All right. Let's find out if Jonathan is correct.
Okay.
No, it is not.
It was dang-a-lang.
No, it wasn't. It is what you wouldn't expect, which I'm correct, Jesse. Very, very good. Very good. Now, why did you pick it though?
Because he cheated.
Because it sounds like humanity, and it's probably could be what started him in his downward spiral.
Interesting.
Starts getting pissed off.
Interesting. Well, I think Jonathan, he has a right. A lot of times, sexual perverts or
Sure.
like criminals will have a history.
A lot of these
before
guys.
they start killing.
Yeah.
Of like
some of them,
sexual assault and shit.
but some of them slowly reach their breaking point.
Oh! Bonus point.
Let's wrap. Roll credits.
Yep, bonus point to Howie.
He said the name of the show.
He's got a bonus point for that. Okay, Howie's at 2. Jay.
I am the gamer boy. I am the one that wins.
He is the one that wins. He does game. And I don't think that you do. As we have literally videos of it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll do an interesting start. Not what you'd expect. Very, threw you for a loop, right? You wouldn't expect that of a criminal.
I just like the word dang-a-lang-lang.
Dang-a-lang-lang, I agree. So, we'll continue here. Edward, I was going to say Edward because fuck his last name.
Scissorhands.
He was 46 year old. He had no violent history and lived with his wife, Joan, and her children. He had even dressed as Santa Claus for a foster home, orphans, at Christmas. So he would go to foster home and dress as Santa Claus for the children.
The chillins.
The chillins. Okay? So sexually, his wife considered him to be normal. Okay? And if anything, to have a very low sex drive, although at the time of his arrest, he had at least one mistress. Pretty standard, back then.
Sure.
Weird. It's a weird transition how it all works around because you think it's old school to, be faithful, but in reality,
Right.
it's not. Isn't that weird how that whole thing was just like abortion? Like, literally, I was talking to, personal, but I was talking to someone I know, and they were like, and they're older, and they literally were telling me that back then, they were told to get an abortion. And you'd put a Coke, and I can't remember, it was like a Coke and some other thing. I think like Alka-Seltzer, something weird like that. And he would do the trick. I don't think it was Alka-Seltzer. It was, I don't know. It was some the Tylenol-esque. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's all it took. But back then, in Coca-Cola, had actual Coke in it. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know when they stopped that. I think it was like 40s, 50s. Whatever. Okay, so this comes to show you.
Wish they'd started again.
That with this guy's character, I know me too. That you can't trust anyone. He's correct. Alright, where am I tricking you? Is this just going to be about a really good guy? How funny would that be? No, I'm kidding. So his crimes began early in 1957, long before he garnered his infamous moniker, or donned the Beast of Jersey mask. Yes, he had a mask. But we'll get there. With a scarf over his face, we'll get there. Nice! With a scarf over his face, the 32-year-old, this is fine to me because you're not going to like this guy at the end. The 32-year-old approached a young woman waiting for a bus in the Monte El Bube. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but at least I tried. District, and tied a rope around her neck. He forced her to a nearby field, raped her, and fled. Okay, so it begins. Okay, targeting bus stops and using isolated fields became his modus operandi. God, I just fucking love that word, you guys. I fucking love modus operandi.
Never heard that word.
It's like when a killer has a specific, like he themes you know, his crimes, they link together for specific reasons. So, like, you know, his modus operandi is he targets bus stops, takes them out to, you know, fields and rapes them. That's his key, you know, like something a killer leaves behind or a criminal leaves behind, you know.
Okay. Speaks to me on a spiritual level.
Yes! Vacant fields. Good. Why aren't you?
What?
Try harder.
I know them very well.
Even though you got the first question right. Yeah, I know, me too. Taslim. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you know, it's vacant. Unless you heard Ty fucking rolling down the field singing fucking
all
Guns
those
N' Roses.
corn zebras.
Corn. Oh, God, I missed
I know you're out there.
Oh, dude. I got fired for being a corn zebra. But hey, what do you know? Alright, so, he assaulted a 20-year-old woman in the same manner in March. He repeated this in July, then again in October in 1959. Okay? All of his victims just... Another question!
Alright.
Gather your brains, pick up your boards, open your minds.
I don't remember where I left mine.
Shut the fuck up. Quit trying to sabotage this. All of his victims describe their attacker as having what kind of smell? A musty stench. B, a cherry cola stench. Or C, a fragrance of luxurious wildflowers. Any day now. We only have so much recording time. I'm not giving up bonus points for doodles anymore.
It's okay, I don't need them.
Alright, well, you're behind. And there is a prize at the end.
Alright.
Yes.
Is it my sanity?
Well, that is also, hopefully, if you make it out. We'll see. Alright, what do you got?
Oh.
Look at the flowers.
Flowers.
Oh, see, guys. You're so beautiful that you think that someone as awful as this is going to smell like flowers.
Flowers on it.
Nice. Really?
No.
It was musty then.
Shit.
It was musty.
Yeah.
Musty.
That was my first choice.
Fuck. Which, you know, not a lot of people smell musty. I mean, maybe back then a lot of people smelled musty, you know.
That's true.
It's tough to say.
Well, I thought the loop would be flowers. I thought the musty thing was too obvious.
Right. And see, that's why I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to throw you off your game.
I thought maybe he smelled like flowers because he was out in the field raping people all the time.
Oh, yeah, you think the fragrance would carry over. Yeah. That's a good assessment. Like, you know, that's a good... I like that, but no. All right. So, not only did he smell like must, they also said, he also had a strange Irish accent that they believed was fake. So, I guess during his crimes, he would pull a Joker, essentially. And he would tell them misleading facts about himself with a fake accent. So, every time they report to an officer, you know, after the crime was committed, they'd say these details, not knowing they were lies, thinking it was just part of his, you know, mental illness, whatever you want to call it.
Makes
And,
sense.
yeah, it, you know, confused him.
Right.
I don't want to say he's smart, but it is a clever move. Yeah, he's a jabroni, though. All right. Now, let's talk about his get-up.
Okay.
I have with me some photos so I can show you.
Okay.
So first, we're going to start off with this.
Whoa!
Was his mask.
Oh, so
Holy
he
shit.
just is Leatherface, huh?
Yeah, you know, and I was actually thinking, he's a fucking member of Slipknot.
Damn.
He's a member of Slipknot.
I don't think they condone that.
I don't know, it is Slipknot.
Jesus.
Alright, yeah. He wrote that song Psychosocial, did you know? The
Okay.
Beast of Jersey wrote Psychosocial.
Really?
Yeah. Here's another photo. So, this is him behind the mask. You know, clearly has, you know you know what I'm saying.
You have the down.
Sorry, we made terrible jokes here. I'm just going to get over it.
Naturally.
And so if you see his get up here, we're going to talk about it a little bit more. It's hard to tell, but there's a spike wristband here. And there's actually nails in the
God damn.
part of the shoulders of his outfit. Okay?
That's nuts.
Yes.
Actually, they're nails. He just said that.
Ah!
Get him! So, the mask was designed not only to disguise him, but to inflict terror on his victims. The nails in the raincoat, which are on the shoulders, were placed in such a position to injure someone that would potentially grab him. Once again, clever.
Huh.
They were also designed to help him get away, you know, if possibly interrupted in the middle of the rape. Okay? As well as to prevent anyone from fighting him off during the rape, if you will. On top of that, he had spiked, you know, the wrist cuff, same reason. In costume design and keeping people from catching him as well as getting away, I guess you can say that he really nailed it.
Woo! All right.
Yeah. Oh,
We're having
okay.
fun now.
Next question.
No, we're not done yet. Because I got more. And there's no doubt about it. They're getting nailed. You know,
Right, because of the nails and
the nails.
I don't get it.
All right.
I don't deserve to live. My father was right to walk out on me the day I was born. Colin, if you're out there, I get you. He knew. He had like a sixth sense. This kid's just gonna come out, like, you know. I don't know what the fuck this is. Alright. Picking up the momentum after that shitty joke. It was Valentine's Day in 1960 when a 12-year-old boy awoke to find a man in his bedroom. Okay. The intruder used a rope to force him outside. You know, once again, the sneaky noose, man. It's a maneuver. And forced him outside to a nearby field, and he sodomized.
Sodomized.
It's a fancy way to say ass rape.
Ah.
Yeah.
I won't ever say anal. Future's in the past. Sodomize is old, and it's now, and whatever.
Quick disclaimer, everything you just said there, not true.
Not true. But hey, it's okay. In March, a woman at a bus stop. Once again, here we are again, bus stop. If you think you'd pick up on this. Alright, asked a man parked nearby if he could give her a ride. It was our boy. It was Edward.
So he gave her a ride.
He did.
I wanna take you for a ride.
Woo! He drove her to the field, and yes, you guessed it. He gave her the old Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Oh, so she was under.
Wait, what? She was under?
Yeah, Bill Cosby put his...
Bill Cosby.
Oh, that's right.
First.
Yeah, he did make him go to sleep. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so I guess he did give her that. He gave her half a Bill Cosby.
Half Cosby.
Can we say that? Half Cosby.
Gave him the cob.
Gave him the corn and the cob and a cornfield. That's it. We've done it. We've cracked the case.
Gave him the cob.
I don't know if there's corn in Jersey, but hey. Alright, they said wool, so I doubt it. So he targeted a 43-year-old woman with a 14-year-old daughter. Now, this is where things get interesting. In a remote cottage. Okay? She was awoken by the unalarming noise, at 1:30 a.m., and she tried to call the police. But, in classic horror movie fashion, the line was cut. Okay. Though he violently confronted her, she was able to escape. Woohoo! Alright, yeah.
Nice.
Woo! Can't do it too loud.
Woo!
There it is. Alright. So, oh, come on, you can do better than that. Give me a bigger woo. Not too loud.
Woo.
Okay. Alright, that's the best we'll get out of him. Alright. You know what that sound means? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, he goes for the black one. The black.
I don't like the way you said that.
I know, black. Okay. So anyway, what did she do next? A, did she grab a knife from the kitchen and chase him off the property? B, did she flee the scene and leave her 14-year-old daughter behind, which consequently resulted in her being raped? Or C, or did she grab her daughter and flee from the home? Did you already pick an answer? I know, this fucking guy is throwing big dicks, probably. You pick one? You good? Alright. Show me your answers. B. Okay, and you?
Surely any mother would go after her child. I hope she did.
Surely.
Surely.
Is that
It's maternal instinct.
Was that her name?
Or either that. If she didn't, then she was fucking scared.
Let's find out if Jesse was right, shall we?
Really? She didn't go for it.
Now there's still hope, because she could have grabbed the knife and
That's
chased him
true.
off. Let's find out if Johnson was correct.
What was B?
She fucking ran. She ran away and left her 14-year-old daughter there to get raped.
She must have been scared shitless.
So I'm going to explain in detail how it happened. You can decide for yourself, but this is the point of this show. Just terrible decisions being made all around. Take mental health seriously is thing number one. I mean, this guy was kind of a hard case because it kind of came out of left field.
Yeah.
But I know that's normally, though, that is generally, like, with a lot of other killers and shit, like, there was plenty of time, plenty of evidence, plenty of moments to take opportunities to stop shit from happening, because other people get hurt, too.
Right.
It's not good. Alright, but anyway. Yes, the answer was B. The figure was in the living room, and it ran at the woman, demanding she give him money, and it threatened to kill her. In the struggle, her daughter awoke to hear the noise and would see what was going on. In seeing the young girl, the man let go of the woman, so that's how she broke free. He let go of the woman and lunged up the stairs to the daughter. The woman, now free, ran to the neighbor's home, which is a long ways away. Okay. Ran to the neighbor's home, brought them back to the cottage to catch the intruder, but when they arrived, they found the daughter alone. She had been tied up and raped, but was still alive. Anyone who comes at my child, they are dying.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think, Jaybird?
Well, I could have just grabbed anything.
Anything.
You just grab anything and
you bop him over the head.
Yeah.
Because if he turned his back to you,
Yeah.
to go to the daughter, hit him on the fucking dome, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or stab. Find something sharp.
Sharp? Something.
Stab him.
You could have literally went and got, like, if she's on a cottage, go in and just got, like, a pitchfork or just something, came back in and...
Yeah.
Alright, anyway.
Huh?
I'm at a loss for words, truthfully. I'm going to continue now with words.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Yeah, I know. Edward began exclusively targeting children at this point. Invading a 14-year-old's bedroom in April, she awoke to find him watching her from the shadows. Now, keep in mind, at this point, he probably has the mask, and he holds a flashlight up to his face. Now, you're sleeping.
Oh, Jesus.
And you see this.
Good Lord.
Holding a flashlight in the darkness.
Oh, my God.
You feel spikes, he puts a thing over you. Jesus H. Christ. Scary shit.
Lord.
Alright. Yeah, she awoke to find him watching her from the shadows. She screamed so loud, though, that he fled. Alright. An 8-year-old boy in July, meanwhile, was taken from his room and raped in a field. When he went to take the 8-year-old boy from the room and raped him in the field, okay? Your boards. Can you guess what he did next to the boy? This is a free write.
What he did next to the boy?
To the boy. This is a free write.
After he raped
Raped
him?
him out in the field. 8-year-old boy. Can you guess what he did? All right. You guys got your answers?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see them.
Unalived
him. Okay, killed him. He murked him.
He thinks he killed him right there. I think
Okay.
he tied him up and left him to die.
To die. Are you ready for the stupidest shit in the world? Well, first and foremost, let's see if both of you are right. Well, I mean, I suppose you both have different answers, but no! You were both wrong!
Pretty similar.
I would have thought the same thing. It's okay. You want to know what he did?
Huh.
He walked him back home.
What?
He walked him back home.
Okay.
Well, that's nice of him.
Yeah, a little mercy, It took long enough.
Hey, this is your son.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I just did away with him in the cornfield.
I'm assuming they were probably still asleep, but you would hear the commotion, you think you hear something, Always tell your children to scream. That came out wrong. But tell them to scream. It's gonna be a screamer! It's a scream, baby! That's what Matthew Lillard says. Anyway, it took long enough, but the police began questioning all the residents with criminal records. This is my favorite part, when the police get involved. Okay. With 13 of them, including Edward, refusing to provide fingerprints. The suspect list was narrowed at this point. Okay. Oh, you fucking ad. Suck my nuts. Okay. Who did they believe was the most likely suspect at this point? A. Edward, the one literally... A. I'm gonna edit that out. A. Edward, the one literally responsible, and one of the 13 who refused to use fingerprints. B. A fisherman named Alphonse Le Gastelois. I think it's... Okay, alright. Okay. Who everyone thought was weird. Or C. A criminal named Alwyn Bonaventure, who recently made bail on a murder attempt. Alright. Show me your answers. Okay, wait. Okay, I can't read your handwriting.
It's B.
Okay.
Because with a name like that.
Okay, alright, and it's a fancy name, isn't it?
C.
The criminal.
People are shallow. Okay, of course. The guy that's killed before.
Yeah, I'll bail on attempted murder. Okay, alright,
That's the weirdo.
That's good. Alright,
freaks out from the
but
weirdo.
let's see if Howie is correct. Man, you're just swinging and missing.
It's the weirdo. A killer's a killer. People know what that is.
Hold on, are you really doubting the competence of police?
I doubt the competence of everyone.
Well, let's see if Jay Bird is correct.
Ah, the fisherman. Okay.
Yep.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because he was weird.
That makes sense.
That's how people are. A murderer is a murderer. We already know what he did.
Yeah. Well, it was attempted murder. They didn't.
Right, but still, regardless, they already know what he was in for or whatever.
Yeah.
But weirdo's a weirdo.
That's true.
If you see a guy being weird, you're just like, that guy's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of weird. I mean, and I will give them a little credit because consider that, with everything we know about Edward so far and what everyone thinks of him, I mean, that is a little fair. Anyway. I did make C up, though, if it makes you feel better.
Oh.
13 people, man. 13 people. That's all they had for suspects. Who refused fingerprints.
Right.
A dead giveaway. Okay. And something else you're forgetting.
Huh.
It's like that old Slipknot song that Beast of Jersey, wrote. It goes a little something like this. If you're 9 miles wide, then I'm 5 miles long!
Okay.
It's a play off of if you're 5'5", then I'm 6'6".
Okay.
And that's what the island is,
Right.
9 miles wide, I'm 5 miles long.
Okay.
How?
What?
On a 9-mile wide,
Oh, I see what you
5
mean.
mile long.
You said there was 30,000 people.
I'm aware, but that seems preposterous. Because to me, that screams, how are more people not around to see this shit go down?
Oh, yeah.
When you think about it like that. 30,000 people? The fuck?
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I might be. This is what I was talking about when shit gets weird. With Lee, I'm gonna fuck up his name, but Gastelois, with his image plastered across the newspaper. Okay. Vigilantes soon burned down his house.
Of course.
Yes. So he left the island for good, with the Beast Jerseys attack still resuming thereafter.
Right.
Bet you feel like a fucking idiot now.
I hope they did.
Yeah. I mean. And 3 more children being raped and sodomized by the mask-wearing psychopath in April 1961. Okay? This is human. This is what we do. It's really sad. What do you guys think so far?
Intermission?
Yeah.
Intermission time. Okay. It's alright.
Like on camera intermission?
Yeah,
Yeah, on camera, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jay Bird, you go first. What are your thoughts on this whole thing so far?
I mean, certainly not good.
That is one way to put it.
Yeah, it's certainly... This man was a problem. That's for sure.
Okay.
He was a
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to start doing this in between every episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, something that, we're going to implement. Where are you on your breaking point? Probably not even close. It's gonna take a lot to deter you, I think.
Yeah, not really.
But all right. So where do you stand, Howie?
Oh, I'm doing okay, honestly, man. I'm sorry.
I figured. Yeah,
2, maybe.
2. All right. Oh yeah, you never gave me a number. Just give me a number.
Oh, if it's one between 10,
Yeah.
probably 1 still.
1 still. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm failing as a host. I just want to start off with this one, because I'm saving the other one for our the guy who I really think is going to hit a 10 pretty quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping, and also my goal is, when you guys come back, I will, ask you if at any point you thought about this stuff later, if it crept in, and you're lonesome.
Right.
Because that is possible, because there's some stuff that I hear, and then, in the moment, I'm not that salty about it, and I'm driving home, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck
Yeah, exactly.
is wrong with the human race?
Oh, it certainly is messed up.
Yes, it is. So, meanwhile, Edward was volunteering at community homes with children in his care. He and his wife even took some children in.
Oh, of course.
Good.
Of course they did.
Of course, yeah, right. Even after, this is where I get pissed. He was accused of both abusing the staff and orphans that he was asked to assist. He was accused of this. There was accusations flying around. And to think that it would go somewhere, some official, somebody would hear this.
Right.
Always report the shit you see. To a degree, if you see teenagers doing donuts in your back, in the back in the park or something, well, that's fine and dandy. But something just feels off. Like you see someone with a kid that you don't think should be with a kid or something like that, phone it in. Don't take a chance.
Right.
Don't take a chance. Alright? Alright. Yes, document that shit. Scotland Yard finally began to help the police with a profile of their suspect.
Alright.
Okay. Alright. The rapist was estimated to be between 40 and 45 years old, 5 feet and 6 inches tall, wearing either a mask or a scarf. He smelled terrible. I would anyone who smelled terrible, I'd call that bitch ass in. So next to a guy above, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just walk in. That guy smells bad.
You!
It was you! You're the one doing the sodomy.
Yes! How do I get in on such a business? That was good. But anyway, he invaded homes through business.
True business.
That was so fucking bad. No. He invaded home through business. It was a business to sodomize. I hand out my card. I'm an expert in sodomy.
I'm an expert in taking care of kids.
Eggshell white. He drops the card.
How could he like his sodomy card more than mine?
That's it. That's why you're on this show. Okay. So, the rapist was estimated, smelled terrible, and he attacked between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. Once again, I don't know if there wasn't, but 30,000 people, and the whole place is angry. Did they not release the information? Because if all these vigilantes are willing to burn a house down, do you think they'd be willing to stay up from 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. and keep a fucking eye out? Jabronis. Alright. He invaded homes, through bedroom windows, and used a flashlight. Curiously, the Beast of Jersey soon vanished. Only to return in 1963.
How many years was that he stayed dormant?
I believe dose. 2.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 2.
That he laid dormant.
2. After 2 years of radio silence, the Beast of Jersey resurfaced. Bless me. Between April and November 1963, he raped and sodomized 4 girls and boys he had snatched from their bedrooms. While he yet again disappeared for another 2 years. Makes it difficult, when the trail runs cold.
Right, yeah.
It sucks to say that, but it makes it difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's not a chance that he's leaving evidence. There's no accounts.
Right.
It's, but you would think they would have figured it out by now. I mean, once again, I just want to preface this by saying I will never be a cop because I don't trust myself enough to have that kind of job, a detective, anything like that. Because I'm not good enough. I am smart enough to know that I should never be one.
Fair enough.
Because I won't do the work. I'm not good enough. Paperwork, fuck that. This is already enough. just listening to it, I was like, okay, writing it down. Woo! It's all right.
Right.
It's not too bad. I actually did enjoy this. So that's a
Well,
good thing. Yeah, but it's I really enjoy when we're actually sitting here. This is the fun part. The not fun part will be editing it and all that, but whatever. Alright. Well, he yet again disappeared. Okay, I said that. A letter. Here we go. A letter. Appeared at the Jersey police station in 1966. Taunting police. Now this is something you see a lot with killers and criminals and rapists. Especially in this, it's like, back in the day. It doesn't happen anymore. But I have that letter. It's not near as compelling as Albert Fish's letter, which we'll learn about later. Well, I shouldn't say compelling. I should say disgusting. Fucking insane. Alright.
Yeah.
Here's the letter. My dear sir, I think that it is just the time to tell you that you are just wasting your time. As every time I have done what I always intended to do, and remember, we'll not stop at this. But I will be fair to you and give you a chance. It's a douchebag move, right? I have never had much out of this life, but I intend to get everything I can now. So that kind of lanes up with his, he was decent at first, and now he just kind of snapped. I've always wanted to do the perfect crime. I have done this, but this time, let the moon shine very bright in September, because this time it must be perfect. Not one, but two. Well, he's shooting for the moon at this point. He's playing pitch and he's like, shooting the moon. Alright? Will he succeed? Okay, anyway. I am not a maniac by a long shot, but I like to play with you people. You will hear from me before September, and I will give you all the clues, just to see if you can catch me. Next thing, that's another thing that's common, they'll send, because they want to be caught. Like, some part of them wants to be caught. Whether, it'd be like, their subconscious, it's, it's not them actively thinking, like, this is why I'm writing this to taunt them, but, there may be a part of them that's like, we need to stop our shit and just get fucking caught. I'm a monster. It's a weird mental gymnastics thing.
Right.
And that's, yeah. Anyway, he signs the letters. Yours very sincerely, Wait and See. Calls himself Wait and See. Boy, these guys sure love writing letters, huh? They really,
I guess so.
Really, really do. That August, a 15-year-old girl was snatched from her home, raped, and covered in scratches. Which, with the nails and stuff, is pretty standard. Okay. The same exact thing happened to a 14-year-old boy in August 1970, and the boy told the police that the attacker wore a mask. Okay. Okay. He did not get two.
Two what?
Victims. He said he was going to.
Like two at the same time?
Well, I wanted two in the same night.
Oh, I see. Two in the same night.
Yeah, from what I understand. But yeah, he wanted two in the same night. He did not. So he failed. Bitch ass. You can call out the police and you can't even fucking sodomize too.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
What was he thinking?
Yeah, absolutely funny. Okay. Fortunately, the Beast of Jersey mask would never be donned again. Okay? It's been a minute. Next question.
Okay.
Okay?
Question.
How was he caught?
Oh.
Okay, no, I got choices. Okay. A, they arrived at his doorstep with substantial evidence. B, they caught him with his pants down in the middle of a crime, quite literally. Or C, he was pulled over for running a red light in a stolen car in the St. Helier district on July 10th, 1971. Pants down, middle of a crime, caught for running a red light, or they arrived at his doorstep with substantial evidence. Guys, got your answers?
Possibly.
Alright, let's see them. Okay?
Bleh.
See, happened on accident.
Say.
Caught him at the traffic light.
Okay. Caught him with his pants down. Okay, traffic light, alright.
I have reasons for why I don't necessarily believe it, even if it is.
Let's see if Howie was right. And I just gave it away, but...
Yeah. I kind of figured.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
stupid.
Part of it doesn't make sense to me because it's not like they, based on everything we know, it's not like they knew it was him.
Right, well here...
So even if he did run a red light, he would just be some dude.
Right, and I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get why this was a major reveal. Okay? So, the answer is C, because when they pulled him over and they stopped him, police found a black wig, cords, tape, an ominous mask inside of the trunk. And he wore a raincoat with nails fitted on the cuffs and shoulders, and he had a flashlight on this person. So literally he had all the evidence in the car with him. I mean, that's enough for me. But, okay, I know we just did one, but I'm riffing it here. I'm gonna go off the wall here. Okay. Get creative. This is a free write.
Oh, man.
What do you think his excuse was? His excuse was when they found damning evidence in his car.
His excuse.
What do you think his excuse was? Why would he have that stuff?
That's pretty good, actually. That's a pretty good one. It's not what I went with, but I'd agree
Okay.
with that.
Let us reveal.
Oh.
I watch, like
Like you know, like he's staying up, or like, you know, he's watching for the dude or something, you know, like.
and he's gonna dress up as the dude to stop the dude.
Well, you know.
Okay,
We didn't say it was a good excuse.
That's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong because let me tell you, it's not.
That would explain the flashlight. That would explain maybe like.
Okay, so yeah,
The rest of it, not really.
What if? I like your thought process here.
To stop the killer, you gotta be the killer.
Exactly. What if he was gonna do to him what eye for an eye? So he put the cord over him and he's like, "It's raping time, boy.
It's your time now.
I like
you
that.
messed up."
I like that. All right. And Howie.
Going to a costume party.
Close. Do you remember the episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Frank takes Dennis to a party?
I don't know if I saw it.
Costume party.
For anonymous girls. Oh, it wasn't just your regular costume party. He gets to the door, and this is what this is basically what the piece of Jersey said it was. But he gets to the door, and Dennis thinks he's gonna go there for like a good time to meet women, And the guy was here. What's the password?
What is the password?
Orgy.
Orgy.
And he lets him in. He said
Frank Orgy.
Orgy.
You may enter.
He said he was going to an orgy.
Okay.
And that's why he had all the costume parties along the same lines.
Going to an orgy.
So you have a coat with nails going to an orgy.
In a black wig and everything.
It's a freaky orgy.
That's a very freaky orgy. I'm going to an orgy. I can't even imagine muttering those words to official officers.
I'm going to an orgy, officer,
Like,
and I am late.
You're caught red-handed. You might as well go out saying something badass.
No, because you're still trying to get out of it.
I guess. Yeah, they
You're
do.
just hoping they're dumb enough to believe you.
They do fight to the bitter end normally. All right. So yes, orgy was the answer. Going to an orgy.
Okay.
So, after all that,
Imagine that.
the search of his home yielded a hidden room with photographs of local properties, like a map, a sword, an altar covered with books on the occult and black magic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting why he would have those things, which they were, even though they were like unrelated to what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the devil was like, hey, just go out and rape.
Just go do stuff, man.
You know?
Do you?
Interesting.
Well, there's a huge debate, and I don't want to. I mean, we're a channel where we're obviously going to talk controversial, okay, or controversial, whatever. And some people say rape is worse than murder because you got to live with it. I don't know. I'm not going to say either way my thoughts on it, but there's a huge controversy about that. Live with the rape, or get killed instead. It's tough. It's tough.
It's worse when it's both.
It's worse when it's both, and it's take it to a breaking point.
That's the brand.
Huh.
That's the name of the show.
Yeah. In case you missed that.
I have a theory.
Go for it.
Yeah. First thing I thought of is
Uh-huh.
said he was into the occult.
Uh-huh.
What if what if he got into the occult and started trying to summon demons and shit? Like I tell people not to do.
I know what he's talking about. He's never told me.
And he got possessed.
That is kind of interesting, but he was a good guy at first, so why would he? Because to me, from a psychological standpoint,
Because he got, I think that's because he was a good guy, and all of a sudden he turns into this.
But the letter did preference it by saying, I've never had much of, of this life. I'm gonna get all that I can now.
True.
And some people just get tired of mundane life, and, they just snap.
I would not throw the possibility out the window that he got possessed by a demon.
And I wonder. I haven't been able to find anything on it, and once again, maybe I'm just awful at searching, and I haven't searched long enough. I don't know. I could be wrong about so many things. This is all what I've found. But that month in the camp, the German camp around that time, it's a month, but I can't imagine it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was thrown in for feeding people.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, what happened in that month?
Yeah, maybe that fucked him up.
That's just a theory. A game.
A spooky theory.
A spooky theory, yeah. Or is it more edgy?
No.
It's spooky?
Probably.
Spooky theory. Okay. Edward's trial began on November 29th. It took a mere 38 minutes of deliberation for the jury to find him guilty. Go figure. I didn't really, So, convicted of 13 counts of rape, sexual assault, and sodomy against 6 of his victims, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison. This is where society fails
30
us.
years?
That's precise. It gets worse. You're not ready for this. Disturbingly, Edward was released for good behavior.
Oh, good. In
1991.
Oh, thank goodness.
It wasn't that long ago that he was released for good behavior.
Good Lord.
You were alive.
That's scary.
You were alive.
Jesus.
I wasn't.
I was close. 95. But anyway. Alright, so good behavior. But here's the ironic thing. Died of a heart attack 3 years later.
Thank God.
Yeah, I wish it would have been sooner. He was too old to rape.
You get there eventually.
Too old to rape.
There you go.
Dude, I don't appreciate being called a rapist. Well, then don't rape.
Don't rape.
Don't rape.
It turns out it is just that simple.
It's that simple. Alright. So, to this day, evidence of his abuse at various children's homes continues to surface. So, the orphanages and stuff that he worked at, the kids he took in, go figure, hand in hand, foot in foot, dick and balls.
It's actually dick and ass, but...
Dick and ass! Sodomy. It always goes back to sodomy. Alright. So, what the fuck? Released on good behavior? Okay. Rehabilitation, is not a major factor on anyone's mind, especially, even in 1991.
Right.
And even then, it's too much of a risk. Put that guy back. He's too old, but, still, he doesn't... and this is something I've always been passionate about. Yes, there are people who've committed crimes. Rehabilitation is possible. I'm not saying that there's some people it is. But this is why we need to create communities, gated communities for prisoners once they hit a rehab. So they have more freedoms, but they're still so once they're in prison, go down the list until eventually And if you do good in your little community of other criminals who've made it that far, maybe you can come out. Because a lot of this stuff is mental. And I know we're gonna talk about this a lot, but you take enough damage to your head and your frontal lobe, your entire personality can change.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah.
I believe it.
To some degree, it's kind of an interesting thing because some of them it's entirely their fault. Another thing, but there's always factors. There's cause and effect. There's a reason a lot of times that these people do these things, and if you just go back and stop the people from fucking them or whatever whatever thing happened, if you never would have been put in the thing, this would never have happened. You never would have been put in the same thing with a lot of people. Okay, so now it's my favorite part. Get ready for the guest.
Okay.
So, now, on to our guest of the show. It's the very own shoulder pallet blades, piece of shoulder jacket, jacket shoulder of the Beast of Jersey.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the shoulder of his jacket.
The shoulder of his jacket.
All right.
That's the way to put it.
Nails.
I'm an idiot.
Shoulder nails. Ye old shoulder nails, pup.
How's my ass? The arcade machine tried to sodomize me.
Just like the beast.
Just like the beast. Yeah, boys.
I stalk the night, a noose tight, with my original Myers mask. One of 13 suspects, don't even ask. From dawn to dusk, I reek of musk. Fuck the police is my favorite song. 9 miles wide by 5 miles long.
So fucked.
I'm the nightmare that could have been avoided. Your worst fears I've exploited. Leave your daughters behind. I've got you in a bind. Nailing all of Jersey. I'll walk you home to show you a little mercy. What happened in that month, I don't know. Blame the weird fishermen, how they sink so low.
Good lord.
I can't say, yeah.
So, what do you think of our guest here?
That's fucked up, man.
He is certainly the life of the party.
Did you like his song?
That's creative, man.
Yeah?
Good lord.
For lack of anything else, yes, I agree.
Great pipes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I gotta say, he's got good pipes.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that, though.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Alright, well, okay, so there's I'd like to announce the winner. And the winner is Spoopy and Edgy's Howie!
Alright.
Don't forget, he's also part of the team. But, J Bird's part of the team,
I'm here.
you win these pictures of the Beast of Jersey
And the puppet.
and the puppet.
I knew it.
I gotta be honest. We don't want those.
You sure?
You should just pin him up in your room while you're
Oh
like,
my God.
right across,
Memory!
right
That-
across from your
If I
bed.
put that up in my apartment, that would make me reach my breaking point very quickly.
Yeah.
As would this.
You should have it like,
Keep it,
yeah,
Jesse.
yeah. You
I
face
told
it.
What do you want?
I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy.
Good job winning that, man. Oh man, I wish I could be you right now.
This belongs in your house.
I'm grateful.
In your room with the
Well, like-
black and the aliens
Imagine-
and the UFO and all this shit.
Imagine waking up to that in the morning.
That's what those kids did.
Yeah, you slap that right on the wall, right in bed, and you put a flashlight in front of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
You can relive it all
pranks
again.
You could play with.
Yeah, you
that.
can relive it all again.
Good God, no.
Ruin my fucking shit. Unreal. Ungrateful. Alright, well, fine. Last thing I want to do, though, before we end this is, I do, in all seriousness, like to have a moment of silence for the victims, because, dude, that does suck.
It does.
That absolutely sucks. It's unfortunate that there are all sorts of circumstances and things that can happen that can lead to such shit.
Yeah.
So,
It's terrible.
take a moment. Alright, thank you for joining us. Tune in next episode. Albert Fish. I'm back in the saddle again.
Bro, shit.
I'm back. You know that song?
Yes.